Hey guys, welcome back for another video. It's that time. We're going to do our daily MLB picks and predictions. We're going to look over all of our Major League Baseball games we have coming up for Saturday, September 27th. We're going to break them all down. 15 games in total. We're going to try to predict the outcome, the winner, the loser, the final score. We'll also take an in-depth look at our best bets, money lines, spreads, over-unders. First things first, before we get started though, make sure you like, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. If you have any comments, drop them below. Do you agree, disagree? Who do you think is going to win these matchups? Drop it in the comments section. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out that pinned comment down below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. We've been going over all these games this entire season. Can you believe it? We are almost to the end of the regular season. Thank you guys for following along. This was our first year doing MLB predictions. We had a great time. It is almost over. We're down to the final days here. It's been a fun ride. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's not waste some more time. Let's start running through these matchups. The very first one we have kicking off the day, 1:05 p.m., MLB TV, the 75 and 85 Baltimore Orioles. Younger team. They don't pitch the best, but they do have some power. They do score some runs. They're on the road here in the Bronx versus the 92 and 68 New York Yankees. The Yankees first place in the AL East. New York, 61% chance to win this one. Baltimore, 39% chance. Yankees are 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over under. Baltimore plus 185. New York minus 225. Heavy favorites here. The Orioles are averaging 4.2 runs a game. 236 average, 183 home runs. They do have solid power. 120 steals and a 4.57 runs a game. The Yankees, 5.2 runs per game. What about Aaron Judge? This is his fourth season with over 50 home runs, the most in Major League Baseball history. He has a 330 average. They're hitting 251 as a team. 266 home runs. That is number one in baseball. 133 steals and a 3.94 runs a game. Pretty decent pitching matchup. Sagano going for Baltimore. 10-9 record. 4.54 ERA. Started out the season really good. The last couple starts, though, getting rocked. 152.2 innings, 103 strikeouts. He's given up 30 home runs in 152 innings. That's not the best control here. You don't want a pitcher who gives up a lot of home runs versus the number one home run hitting team. Cam Schittler going for the Yankees. 3-3 record. 3.27 ERA, 66 innings, 75 strikeouts. He's given up 8 home runs. He's also susceptible to the long ball, but Sagano a lot worse. Give me New York winning this one. They have the better lineup. They have the better bullpen. They are at home. Yankees win. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. And our next game on MLB TV at 2:02 p.m., the 78 and 82 St. Louis Cardinals. They were so good the month of April, May. Pitching fell off the last couple months, though. There are 4 games under 500. They'll be on the road versus the 90 and 70 Chicago Cubs. The Cubs, one of the best all-around teams in baseball, one of the most balanced offenses. They have a 66.3% chance to win this one. The Cardinals, 33.7% chance. Cubs are 1.5 run favorites. 9.5 over under. St. Louis plus 145. Chicago minus 175. Cubs, second place in the NL Central. The Cardinals, fourth place in the same division. St. Louis is averaging 4.3 runs a game, but the offense isn't the issue. It's the pitching. They're hitting 246, 146 home runs, 87 steals, and a 4.23 runs a game. How about these Cubs numbers? 4.9 runs a game, 249 batting average, 211 home runs, a lot of power, 159 steals, a lot of speed, and they're only giving up 3.82 runs a game. They can do a little bit of everything. Michael McGreevy on the mound for the Cardinals, 8-3 record. 4.35 ERA, 91 innings, 55 strikeouts. Going up against Jameson Talon, 10-7 record, 3.78 ERA, 123.2 innings, 90 strikeouts. Keep these starters fresh. Keep the bullpen fresh. You guys are already making the playoffs. You know that. I think the Cubs are going to win this one. I have them covering the spread, but I'm actually going to go with the under here. Next at 3:07 p.m., the 77 and 83 Tampa Bay Rays. So difficult with this team because when you look at the team stats, they don't look bad, but it hasn't translated to product on the field. They'll be playing the 92 and 68 Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays, great season so far. The number one batting average in baseball. They've been clubbing their way to wins. They don't pitch the best, but they score a lot of runs. Toronto, 65.4% chance to win. Tampa Bay, 34.6% chance. Blue Jays are 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over under. Tampa Bay plus 140. Toronto minus 165. The Rays are averaging 4.4 runs a game. 251 team batting average, 179 home runs, 189 steals. That is the most steals in the major leagues. Very aggressive on the bases, giving up 3.85 runs a game. The pitching's not bad. Blue Jays, 4.9 runs a game. 265 team batting average, number one in baseball, 183 home runs, 74 steals, and a 4.24 runs a game. Toronto turning to Yasavage on the mound, 0-0 record, a 5 ERA, 9 innings, 11 strikeouts. They're in a divisional race with the Yankees here. They're going back and forth for first place in the AL East. They got to use their bullpen here. They got to win this game. Going up against Joe Boyle for the Rays, 1-3 record, 4.4 ERA, 47 innings, 53 strikeouts. I don't trust Boyle here. But Yasavage, we haven't seen that much of him. Very small sample size. Going to go a little bit out on a ledge. It's fine to say it doesn't make sense. It's fine to say it's crazy. I get it. I'm going to go with the Rays pulling off the upset. Give me Tampa Bay, the +1.5, and I'll go with the over. And on MLB TV at 4:05 p.m., a West Coast versus West Coast matchup. The 43-117 Colorado Rockies. The big news, guys, they might not reach 120 losses. That's a good thing for them. They'll be on the road versus the 79-81 San Francisco Giants. They still have a shot to finish the season 500. Giants 71.8% chance to win. Colorado 28.2% chance to win. Giants are 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over/under. I will call it like it is. That's the lowest over/under I've seen for the Colorado Rockies, and I think the entire season is usually double digits. Colorado +200, the Giants -240. The Rockies 3.7 runs a game, 238 average, 156 home runs, 86 steals, and got 5.99 runs a game. Right before the season ends, just for the heck of it, let's get that over 6. San Francisco 4.3 runs per game, 235 average, 168 home runs, 68 steals, and got 3.88 runs per game. Kyle Freeland on the mound for the Rockies. He started out the season awful. The numbers are still really bad, but much better than the way he started. 5-16 record, a 5.0 ERA, 156.2 innings, 120 strikeouts. He has given up 21 home runs. Going up against Justin Verlander, the veteran. He started out the season, he was getting rocked. Got those numbers down to be respectable. One of the best pitchers of the last 2 decades. 3-11 record. 3.88 ERA. You know he gets better the closer they get to the playoffs. They're not making the playoffs, but he turns it into high gear later on. 146 innings, 130 strikeouts. I got to go with Verlander here. You can't finish the season 3-4. You at least got to finish it 4-11. Giants win this one. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. And on MLB TV at 4:05 p.m., the 59-101 Chicago White Sox, the second worst record in baseball on the road, versus the 65-95 Washington Nationals. The Nats, not the best record, but actually a under-the-radar competitive team. Washington, 45.6% chance to win. Chicago, 54.4% chance. The White Sox, actually the Vegas favorites, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over/under. Chicago is even. Washington, -120. Vegas is letting you know either one of these teams have a real shot to win this. The White Sox come in here. They're averaging 3.9 runs a game, hitting .232, 157 home runs, 82 steals, and 4.25 runs per game. Nats, 4.2 runs a game, 242 average, 152 home runs, 130 steals. They do have a very balanced offense. It's the pitching, though. Bottom 3 in baseball, giving up 5.34 runs a game. It's not as bad as the Rockies, but it's still god-awful. Looking at the starting pitchers we're going to have here, Sean Burke going for Chicago, 4-11 record. 4.29 ERA, 130 innings, 123 strikeouts. He's given up 22 home runs, going up against Jake Irvin, who has even worse control. 9-13 record of 5.69 ERA, 174 innings. He does eat up innings, 118 strikeouts, but he's given up 189 hits, 61 walks, 36 home runs. Those are not good numbers. I'm going to go with the White Sox here. Their goal, don't lose any more games. Finish with some momentum. Chicago wins this one. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. And at 4:10 p.m., the 86-74 Detroit Tigers kind of slugging it out with the Cleveland Guardians here for first place in the AL Central. They are second place right now. They're on the road versus the 88-72 Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox, very difficult team to beat at home in Fenway Park. They have a 54.5% chance to win this one. The Tigers a 45.5% chance. As me making this video, there's no lines, there's no spread, there's no nothing from Vegas. Vegas has been slack in the last couple of days, so we're just going to pick the outright winner. Tigers, they're averaging 4.7 runs a game, hitting .247, 194 home runs, 60 steals, and got 3.97 runs a game. The pitching, not the best the last 2 to 3 weeks. The Red Sox, they do everything. 4.9 runs a game, 255 average, 184 home runs, 137 steals, and they're a top 6 overall pitching team, only giving up 3.72 runs a game. Really good bullpen. There's no starter announced as of this video for the Detroit Tigers, so we're kind of going into this game somewhat blind. We don't know who's going to be on the mound. Going against Connolly early for the Red Sox. Very, very small sample size. 1-1 record. 1.88 ERA, 14.1 innings, 22 strikeouts. Definitely a strikeout pitcher. Has yet to give up a home run. I'm going to ride with the Red Sox bullpen making the difference. Red Sox outright win this game. Then on MLB TV at 4:10 p.m., the 82-78 New York Mets, zero room for error. It's not optional. They got to win every single game. They're on the road versus the 78-82 Miami Marlins. The Marlins, one of the hottest teams in baseball right now. Slowly, they've been shipping their way back to 500. They're not going to make it, but the run, the competitiveness they showed the last couple weeks, they finished on a high note. They might have some momentum next year. Miami, 47.5% chance to win. The Mets, a 52.5% chance, practically a 50-50 split. New York is 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 8.5 over-under. The Mets minus 125. The Marlins plus 105. This New York offense has really woken up the last couple weeks. Soto, he's been raking. Lindor's hot. Alonso's hot. Pitching is not hot. They're averaging 4.8 runs a game, hitting 250, 220 home runs, 142 steals, and a 4.03 runs a game. Miami, 4.4 runs per game. 251 average, 153 home runs, 133 steals, and a 4.66 runs a game. Miami has a good one on the mound today. Yuri Perez going 7-5 record, 4.2 ERA, 90 innings, 94 strikeouts, going up against Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes, the reliever turned starter, actually really good. This is the most innings he's ever thrown, still staying with it. 11-8 record, 3.66 ERA, 159.2 innings, 127 strikeouts. He's only given up 14 home runs overall. Very solid first year with the Mets. Give me the Mets winning this one. Covering the spread, I'll go with the under. 6:05 p.m. the 69 and 91 Minnesota Twins. This pitching has been really bad the last 2 months. Offense has been up and down. They'll be on the road versus the 95 and 65 Philadelphia Phillies. They've already clinched the NL East. There's no reason to go crazy here. Don't risk any injuries, but still, you want to keep the bats hot going into the playoffs. Philadelphia first place in the East, a 74.5% chance to win. Minnesota 25.5% chance. Phillies 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Twins are plus 160. The Phillies minus 190. Minnesota 4.2 runs per game. 239 batting average, 185 home runs, 112 steals, and a 4.65 runs a game. Going up against Philadelphia, 4.9 runs a game. 260 average, 210 home runs, 122 steals, and a 3.85. Even with the loss of Zach Wheeler, I still think they might have the deepest rotation in baseball. Mick Abel going for the Twins, 2-4 record, 7.36 ERA, 33 innings, 33 strikeouts. Not the biggest sample size, but he's given up 8 home runs in 33 innings. That's a home run every 4 inning. I don't like that here versus Phillies lineup. Ranger Suarez going, no one talked about this guy. Really good numbers. 12-7 record. 3.12 ERA, 153 innings, 147 strikeouts. He's only given up 12 home runs in like 30 starts this season. I like that. Keep his arm hot going into the playoffs. Phillies win this one. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. And on Fox at 7:15 p.m., the 81 and 79 Texas Rangers, they still got a shot here to finish 500 on the road versus the 86 and 74 Cleveland Guardians. Is there a hotter team since the All-Star break? They were like 4 or 5 games under 500 at the break. Since then, they're 12 games over 500. The offense finally woke up. Pitching's been pretty consistent. Cleveland, 46.5% chance to win. The Rangers, a 53.5% chance. The Guardians are 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. Texas is plus 135. The Guardians minus 160. This Rangers offense, they were lacking the entire season, finally turned it on the last month. They're averaging 4.2 runs a game, 235 average, 172 home runs, 133 steals, 3.45 runs per game. You have to love this pitching. The number one pitching in baseball. It always keeps them in every single game. Just give them some run support. The Guardians 4.0 runs a game, 226 batting average. That is an awful batting average. They got to get that up. 164 home runs, 123 steals, 3.68 runs a game. It's not as good as the Rangers, but guys, it's still top 6 in all of baseball. Jacob Latz going for the Rangers, 2-0 record. 2.8 ERA, 80.1 innings, 70 strikeouts. He's given up 37 walks. He puts a lot of bodies on base, but he's not letting them score. Going up against Joey Cantillo right now for the Guardians, 5-3 record, 3.21 ERA, 89.2 innings, 100 strikeouts. Definitely a strikeout pitcher, but I'm going to go with the Rangers pulling off the upset here. Give me the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go low scoring. Give me the under. 7:15 p.m. on Fox, NL Central versus NL Central. The 82 and 78 Cincinnati Reds, they are going back and forth with the Mets. They both got a win. They'll be on the road versus the 96 and 64 Milwaukee Brewers, the best record in baseball. Some might say the best team in baseball. Milwaukee first place in the NL Central. They have a 62% chance to win this one. Cincinnati 38% chance. The Brewers here 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. Cincinnati on the road plus 128. Milwaukee at home minus 153. We got the old Milwaukee logo out there just for the heck of it. Why not? The Reds 4.4 runs per game, 244 batting average, 164 home runs, 104 steals, and have 3.9 runs per game. Very consistent this season. Milwaukee, they literally check off every single stat line. They do everything. 5.0 runs a game, hitting 260, 164 home runs, 161 steals, and have 3.61 runs per game. Top 4 in baseball. Andrew Abbott going for the Reds, 9-7 record, 2.8 ERA, 161 innings, 145 strikeouts, going up against Robert Gasser for Milwaukee, 0-1 record, 6 ERA, 3 innings, 2 strikeouts. I don't think Milwaukee really cares about this game. That's why Gasser's going. They're keeping everyone fresh for the playoff run. Give me the Reds winning this one. The plus 1.5, and I'm going with the over. MLB TV, 7:15 p.m. The 70 and 90 Pittsburgh Pirates. Not the best offense, very good pitching. On the road versus the 75 and 85 Braves. The Braves got hot the last 3 weeks, but overall, this roster's so good on paper. What the heck happened to the Braves this year? Atlanta, 65.3% chance to win. Pittsburgh, 34.7% chance. Braves are 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over under. Pirates plus 145. Braves minus 175. This Pittsburgh offense, 3.6 runs a game. 231 average, 113 home runs, 112 steals, and 3.8 runs per game. The pitching will keep the score close. Atlanta, 4.5 runs a game. 246 average, 187 home runs, 81 steals, and 4.36 runs. The pitching's really let this team down. Bubba Chandler going for the Pirates, 3-1 record, 4.56 ERA, 25.2 innings, 25 strikeouts. Going up against Spencer Strider, not the best start of his career, not the best year this year. He was a little banged up to start things out, but when he's on, one of the best young strikeout pitchers in baseball. He finishes the season well. He has a 7-13 record, 4.45 ERA, 119.1 innings, 126 strikeouts. I'm going to ride Strider here. They are at home. He wants a high moment to finish the season. Braves win. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. 8:40 p.m. an NLS matchup, MLB TV. The 80-80 Diamondbacks, they are at 500. They still have a shot to finish at least at 500. Worst case scenario, hopefully, if they split the next games. They'll be on the road versus the 88-72 San Diego Padres. They've been on the heels of the Dodgers for months now. San Diego, 64.2% chance to win. Arizona, 35.8% chance. Padres, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. Diamondbacks are plus 120. San Diego, minus 145. Do not underestimate this Diamondbacks offense. They can score some runs. They're averaging 4.9 runs a game, hitting 252, 210 home runs, 120 steals, and 4.42 runs a game. San Diego, 4.3 runs per game, 252 average, 147 home runs, 105 steals, and 3.64 runs a game. Top 5 pitching here. It's going to be a fun one, though. It's the end of the season. Padres in line to make the playoffs. Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound for the Diamondbacks. 9-8 record, 4.91 ERA, 148.1 innings, 137 strikeouts. Going up against Michael King. Solid season for the Padres. 5-3 record. 3.57 ERA, 70.2 innings, 73 strikeouts. He has given up 12 home runs, a little susceptible to the long ball, but I'll go with the Padres winning this one, but winning it by 1. So Padres win. I'll go with the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the over. Second to last game, MLB TV, 9:38 p.m. The 85-75 Houston Astros, second place in the West. They were first place for so long. They kind of crapped the bed at the very end, lost it to the Mariners. They're on the road here versus the 72-88 Angels. Don't underestimate this Angels offense. They don't pitch well, but they hit a buttload of home runs. LA, 35.3% chance to win. The Astros, 64.7%. There's no spreads as we make in this game. There's no numbers, so we'll just pick the outright winner. Astros, 4.2 runs a game, 250 average, veteran experience lineup, 172 home runs, 78 steals, and 3.88 runs a game in a top 5 bullpen. Don't forget that. LA, 4.2 runs a game, 226 average, 220 home runs, 87 steals, and 4.86 runs a game. Sorry, guys, this is actually the third to final game. On the mound for the Astros, blue ball on the mound, 3-1 record, 1.93 ERA, 28 innings, 33 strikeouts, 6 home runs. That's not good. Going up against Caden Dana, 0-3 record, 6.39 ERA, 25.1 innings, 28 strikeouts. I'm probably going to end up riding the Astros bullpen here. They can use the long relievers. Houston's going to be my pick to outright win it. And now our second to last game and one of the best pitching matchups today, 9:40 p.m. MLB TV, the 91-69 LA Dodgers, first place in the NL West, the best overall roster in baseball when they're fully healthy. Haven't been healthy this entire season, but still they continue to find ways to win. They're on the road versus the 90-70 Seattle Mariners, holding on to that first place in the AL West spot. Right now, first place NL West team versus first place AL West team. This is practically playoff caliber baseball. Dodgers 52.4% chance to win. The Mariners a 47.6%. Seattle, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. This is going to be a 50-50 game. Looking at Seattle, they are plus 101. Sorry, they are minus 120. The Dodgers plus 101. This is a very difficult game to call. LA, 5.1 runs per game, 253 average, 235 home runs. Good enough for number 2 in baseball. 87 steals and 4.02 runs a game. Seattle right there with them. 4.8 runs a game, 245 average, 236 home runs, one more than the Dodgers. That means they are second place. 154 steals and 3.87 runs a game. Tyler Glass now on the mound for the Dodgers. 4-3 record, 3.3 ERA, 87.1 innings, 103 strikeouts. Definitely a strikeout pitcher. Logan Gilbert going for the Mariners. 6-6 record, 3.43 ERA. 126 innings, 168 strikeouts. He is lining them up, shutting them down. This is going to be a fun one. 2 strikeout pitchers, but the Mariners are at home. Give me Seattle winning this one, covering the spread, and I'll go with the over slightly. In our final game of the day, 10:05 p.m., the 80-80 Kansas City Royals. Not the best offense, but very good pitching. This team can pitch with anyone on the road versus 76-84 Athletics. Sacramento minor league stadium, smaller ballpark, might see some home runs. The A's 48.6% chance to win. The Royals a 51.4% chance to win. Royals are 1.5 run favorites, 10.5 over under. KC is even. The Athletics minus 120. Again, Vegas letting you know the game is honestly up for grabs. The Royals are averaging 4.0 runs a game, hitting .247, 154 home runs, 107 steals, giving up 3.75 runs a game. The A's 4.6 runs per game, .253 average, 216 home runs, 79 steals, and 4.66 runs a game. Michael Wacha on the mound for the Royals, 9-13 record, usually very consistent, very reliable pitcher. Career 3.8 ERA this season, 4, a little over the average, but he turned it on the last couple starts. 166.2 innings, 121 strikeouts, going up against Luis Morales for the Athletics, 4-2 record. 3.07 ERA, 44 innings, 38 strikeouts. He's given up 8 home runs in 44 innings. I don't like those numbers. I'm going to go with the Royals winning this one on the road. KC wins it. They cover the spread, and I'm going to go with the under. Guys, that's our breakdown, our picks, our predictions, our best bets for every single baseball game we have coming up for Saturday, September 27th. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, drop them below. Do you agree, disagree? What are your thoughts on these games? Who do you think is going to win the matchups? Leave it in the comments section. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out that pinned comment below. Click on that link. You can sign up there. I would appreciate it. Of course, as always, thank you guys for watching, and thank you for following along this season.